Brienne of Tarth sentence you to die. Do you have any last words?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Game of Thrones characters who got what they deserved.
Fine little blade. Maybe I'll pick my teeth with it.
For this list, we're looking at characters on this HBO fantasy series who got their just desserts. We'll especially be focusing on those who directly reaped what they sowed, and those whose comeuppances were appropriate relative to their misdeeds. If you haven't seen all 8 seasons, there will be spoilers. Any other characters who deserve to be on this list? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Gregor Clegane. Whether you know him as Sir Gregor, the Mountain, or essentially just a massive undead husk, Gregor Clegane was quite the brutal character. He was responsible for killing some of our favorite characters. Not only that, but he tormented his brother Sandor in their youth, a character we grew to appreciate as time drew on.
You say your brother gave you that sword. My brother gave me this. It was just like you said a while back. Pressed me to the fire like I was a nice, juicy mutton chop.
As the series wound down to a close, we knew Clegane Bowl was coming, and in the penultimate episode, Sandor finally confronts his zombified brother.
Hello, big brother.
On the steps of the crumbling Red Keep, the two have a rough-and-tumble brawl for the ages. With Gregor proving extremely difficult to kill, Sandor makes sure they both go out in a blaze of glory. Let's just hope Gregor is actually dead for good. Number 9. Krasny's Mona Klos. You may not know this slave trader by name, but we guarantee you know his death.
They fear nothing.
Even the bravest men fear death.
Operating in Astapor, Krasny's Mona Klos was one of the most arrogant, disrespectful people in the known world, as if his profession wasn't bad enough. Over the course of 3 episodes, Krasny's negotiates with Daenerys Targaryen over the sale of his unsullied army. Believing her to not speak Valyrian, Krasny's insults Daenerys to no end with his misogynistic tongue.
Las Angoda. Pindas luhazila megalebo vajib misa ziaruho morchizi.
Eventually, Daenerys agrees to trade Drogon for the Unsullied. However, Daenerys not only reveals she can speak Valyrian, but has Drogon roast the traitor on the spot before taking the army for herself.
Dracarys.
Let it be learned. This is what happens when you piss off the Queen of Dragon. Number 8. Alliser Thorne and Olly. To be fair, Alliser Thorne and Olly are not the only ones who get punished for their crimes, but they're the two who drew our ire the most for very different reasons.
We should have sealed the tunnel while we had the chance, like you suggested.
It was a difficult decision either way, sir.
Do you know what leadership means, Lord Snow?
Alliser, for his part, was always a crotchety old cow, constantly a thorn in everyone's sides. Olly, on the other hand, is a character who should have had a better head on his shoulders, but ultimately got pulled astray.
For the watch.
In the Season 5 finale, several men of the Night's Watch ambush their Lord Commander Jon Snow for his controversial leadership decisions and do him in for the Watch. Thankfully, Jon comes back to life and makes sure his first order of business is returning the favor.
If I had to do it all over, knowing where I'd end up, I pray I'd make the right choice again.
They knew what the punishment for treason was. Number 7. Joffrey Baratheon. For a little over 3 seasons, no Game of Thrones character infuriated us quite like Joffrey Baratheon.
One word, and I hit you again.
I'm telling Mother.
While he started off as nothing but a brat, everything was exacerbated when he inherited the throne. He constantly took to sadistically tormenting those beneath him, and even needlessly had killed ostensible series lead Ned Stark.
So long as I am your king, treason shall never go unpunished. Sir Ilyn, bring me his head.
Honestly, his comeuppance probably should have come a whole lot sooner, but boy was it gratifying when it did. During the wedding feast for his union to Marjorie Tyrell, Joffrey is poisoned and starts convulsing in front of everyone. It's not long before the Boy King's face turns different colors and he takes his last breath. So that's why it's called the Purple Wedding. Number 6. Walder Frey. Speaking of horrifying weddings, Walder Frey executed perhaps the most grisly ambush in Game of Thrones history. At the union between Edmure Tully and one of his many daughters, Walder capped off the night by having slain Robb and Catelyn Stark, in addition to the former's pregnant wife Talisa.
Let him go, and I swear we will forget this. I swear it by the All Gods and you. We will take no vengeance.
You already swore me one oath right here in my castle. You swore by all the gods your son would marry my daughter!
This monster had to go, and thankfully his time came a few seasons later.
You're not one of mine, are you?
No, my lord.
Didn't think so. Too pretty.
Arya Stark, disguising herself as one of his serving girls, has Walder inadvertently consume his murderous sons she's baked into a pie. Arya then reveals herself, making sure the Elder Frey knows what goes around comes around.
My name is Arya Stark. I want you to know that. The last thing you're ever going to see is a Stark smiling down at you as you die.
She then swiftly avenges her fallen mother and brother with one swift blade. Number 5. Lysa Arryn. When you have a character who callously has people thrown out a moon door to their precipitous demises, you gotta know that character's going out the same way.
You want a trial, my Lord Lannister? Very well. My son will listen to whatever you have to say, and you will hear his judgment. Then you will leave. By one door or the other.
Throughout her life, Lysa grew up in envy of her sister Catelyn, particularly with how the latter earned the affections of their companion Peter Baelish, also known as Littlefinger. Lysa eventually grew to be a spiteful and callous woman, even when fate would seemingly bring her and Littlefinger together.
Look down! Look down! Look down! Look down!
Lysa!
At one point, she threatens to throw Sansa Stark out the moon door for something she didn't do. Littlefinger, wretch though he is, cajoles Lysa before sending her to the very fate she doomed so many others to. Number 4. Viserys Targaryen.
I want what I came for. I want the crown he promised me. He bought you, but he never paid for you.
The third of his name, not to mention the worst of his name, Viserys Targaryen sought to reclaim the Iron Throne. Sure, a lot of people on Game of Thrones do, but few do it with quite as much indignation and disrespect for the people helping him. Indeed, with them coming from the same background, Daenerys should be his greatest ally, but Viserys only sees her as a pawn to be used to trade up for power.
I need you to be perfect today. Can you do that for me? You don't want to wake the dragon, do you?
Viserys gives away Daenerys' hand in marriage to Khal Drogo in exchange for an army, but he doesn't count on them falling in love. When Viserys grows impatient, Drogo makes sure he gets his crown right then and there, in the form of molten gold.
A crown for a king.
Number 3. Littlefinger.
You stand accused of murder. You stand accused of treason. How do you answer these charges? Lord Baelish.
Having plotted and schemed for his entire life, Littlefinger had more coming to him than anyone. Seriously, even though Littlefinger's reach exceeds his grasp, he essentially instigates a great portion of the show's events, and by proxy, a great amount of misery.
I did warn you not to trust me.
By orchestrating the murder of Jon Arryn, Littlefinger had a great ripple effect on Westeros. But thankfully, that ripple turned into a tsunami and eventually swallowed him whole.
None of you knows the truth.
You held a knife to his throat. You said, I did warn you not to trust me.
After manipulating Sansa and Arya against each other, Littlefinger learns they were in turn manipulating him. Littlefinger finally losing at his own game, his many atrocities are brought to light before the vengeful daughters of the woman he loved see to his downfall.
Thank you for all your many lessons, Lord Baelish. I will never forget them.
Number 2. Tywin Lannister. Though we admire Tywin's political savvy and no-nonsense nature, he's still a real son of a bitch.
All my life, you've wanted me dead.
Yes. But you refused to die. I respect that. Even admire it.
Much like Gregor Clegane, Tywin meets his end at the hands of a family member he severely mistreated. Indeed, he all but disowned his son Tyrion simply for being a dwarf.
You're not on trial for being a dwarf.
Oh, yes I am. I've been on trial for that my entire life.
After Tyrion is wrongfully put on trial for Joffrey's murder, he's released by the only relative who's ever shown compassion to him, Jaime. Tyrion then seizes the opportunity to get back at his oppressors, starting with his former flame Shae, whom Tywin turned against him. Then, catching Tywin in a compromising position, Tyrion makes sure his father pays for his insolence.
You're no son of mine. I am your son. I have always been your son.
The sins of the father came back to bite him. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Stannis Baratheon. After his anything-goes mentality, he didn't deserve the Iron Throne.
Go and do your duty.
The Waif. A girl is killing you.
Haven't we been through this already? That won't help you.
Craster. Honestly, this guy got off easy. Miranda. After she facilitates Theon's torture, the Greyjoy sends her to her doom. Xaro Zoan Doxos. This greedy merchant gets locked inside his own treasure vault.
We can take the Iron Throne. I'll bring you 1,000 shares. All that you dreams is within your reach.
I'm begging you, please.
Number 1. Ramsay Bolton.
Our time together is about to come to an end. That's all.
Seriously, is there a more despised character on Game of Thrones? Though born a bastard and into a low station in life, Ramsay deserved none of it due to his sadistic and cruel ways.
You'll always be my firstborn.
Thank you for saying that. It means a great deal to me.
Sure, he put an end to his father, Roose Bolton, another character who had it coming, but Ramsay's crimes against humanity have no parallel. He does unspeakable things to numerous characters, including feeding people to his pack of dogs.
He's your brother.
I prefer being an only child.
In a true display of karmic justice, Ramsay is captured and detained following the Battle of the Bastards. His unwilling wife Sansa makes sure he pays dearly, letting loose on him the very hounds he used to bring about so much death.